Why does federal government have a problem with drones, yeah? Somebody needs to explain to me. Look in the air, big aeroplane, big, fat, chubby, obese. They don't complain, yeah? It carries plenty people. This is just a drone, it's like a bird. They are complaining, why? There is something the government is doing we do not know, but with time we will get to know. Okay, so this is the DJI Mini 5 Pro. This is the Fly More Combo Plus. Now there is a plus. Okay, let us read the features, yeah? This is ultra light and foldable. Good. 1-inch image sensor, up to 4K 120 FPS video. This is natural. This is 2025. Drones should be able to shoot 4K, yeah? What were they hoping? 1K? True vertical shooting and 225-degree gimbal rotation for more flexible camera movement. This sounds like a Mavic 4 Pro drone wannabe. High quality 48mm mid-tele mode, okay? Nightscape omnidirectional obstacle sensing with forward-facing LiDAR. I don't get this. It's a drone. It's supposed to fly forward, face forward, yeah? Is it supposed to be facing back? Active track for running, cycling and more. I will not be running with this drone. I will not be cycling. And I guess this is for people, yeah? Running. 52-minute flight time. I do not believe this is time. Half the time when DJ speak about to time, they never keep to time. Now, we're going to check the time to see if the real time is the flight time. It's going to take time to get the time, but ultimately in time, we get the time. Yeah? Okay, so basically what we have to do now is unbox, and let's see what we have in the box, all right? Let's do this. Okay, so what we have in the box is the DJI RC2 controller. You have these batteries. You have 1, 2, 3. Now, this is what happens when you get the Fly More combo. You have the drone itself. You have 3 blades in A and 3 blades in B. You have the USB-C cable. You have the manual. And surprisingly, you have an ND filter. Honestly speaking, I wasn't expecting to find an ND filter in there. You have an ND8, 32 and 128. And of course, we have the beautiful drone itself. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to pick this up. Let's have a look at some of the features. Let's see if there's any additional tweak and what that tweak is. And after that, I think we put it up in the air and let's just see how well it performs. Okay, so there we have the drone. It looks very similar to the Mini 4 Pro, actually. Let's see how many sensors we have. We have 1, 2. Underneath, we have 3, 4. And then right on top, we have 2 more. You can actually see the LiDAR sensors there. Now, let's bring it closer a bit. Now, you can see it says E24 F1.6. He also says Mini 5 Pro by the side. Still looks similar. Okay, so we have the lights here. There's still one light here. And then we have another light here likewise. At the back, you still have the USB-C slot and the slot for the memory card. Not quite a number of changes. It still looks, I mean, it looks like the Mini 4 Pro embellished. So I guess we'll have to get the drone in the air and see the amount of differences we have in terms of controls. But it looks very, very much like the Mini 4 Pro. The basis for which I'm doing this comparison is to help you if you're hoping to upgrade your drone to either the Mini 5 Pro or the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, also with that in mind, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be awarding points to the Mavic 4 Pro or the Mini 5 Pro. That doesn't necessarily mean that because if one drone carries more points, that's the drone for you. I'm hoping you'll be able to take the information that I'm disseminating and let that be the basis for you choosing which drone to go for. All right, with that being said, let's start up. So we're going to start with weight. In terms of weight, the Mavic 4 Pro weighs 1,063 grams, whilst the Mini 5 Pro weighs 249.9 grams, approximately 250 grams. So in terms of weight, you'll be asking yourself, who are we going to award the point to? We're going to award it to the Mini 5 Pro, meaning it's less heavy and easier to carry. So 1 point goes to the Mini 5 Pro in terms of weight. Now, in terms of loudness, what I did was to have a sound test between the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 5 Pro to see which one made more noise. And as you can tell from the test, the Mavic 4 Pro makes more noise than the Mini 5 Pro. And because of that, what we decided to do is award 1 point for the Mini 5 Pro, whilst the Mavic 4 Pro doesn't get a point for. I mean, it's funny. Why would it be hoping to get a point for making more noise? So a point goes for the Mini 5 Pro. Now, the next point we're going to look at is the brightness of the screen, the quality of the screen of both drones. Now, for the Mavic 4 Pro, it has a 7-inch screen with 2000 nits of brightness, whilst the Mini 5 Pro's controller screen is 5.5 inches and 700 nits. So, for this category, the Mavic 4 Pro takes the point. So 1 point for the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, the next category here is ease of use. By that, I mean which drone is easier to use. You know, sort of like traveling with the drone, using the drone in public. Obviously, the Mavic 4 Pro is big. You can tell that there's a drone in the atmosphere compared to the Mini 5 Pro. Then, even in terms of traveling, it's difficult taking the Mavic 4 Pro compared to the Mini 5 Pro. With the Mini 5 Pro, I can practically put it in my pocket and just, walk away to whatever it is I'm going, compared to the Mavic 4 Pro. The Mavic 4 Pro is more in your face, while the Mini 5 Pro is easy to carry, easy to put in your bag, and nobody would even know. Even if you're flying it in a public place, it's not so obvious compared to the Mavic 4 Pro. So for ease of use, the Mini 5 Pro gets 1 point. Now, the next point we're going to speak about is sensor size. The Mavic 4 Pro has a Hasselblad 100 megapixel 4/3 CMOS sensor, while the medium cam has a 1/1.3 inch CMOS sensor, and the telephoto lens has a 1/1.5 CMOS sensor, whilst the Mini 5 Pro has a 50 megapixel 1 inch sensor. So obviously you can tell the point goes over to the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, the next point we're looking at is low light performance. Now, this point here is a bit tricky. You need to be someone who pays attention to detail to be able to tell the difference between both of them. Now, I've used both drones and I can tell you comfortably well which one I think takes the point. But let me read the specs to you. The Mavic 4 Pro has an aperture of f2.0, whilst the Mini 5 Pro has an aperture of f1.8. The Mavic 4 Pro goes up to ISO 6400, whilst the Mini 5 Pro stops at ISO 3200. And like I said, if you look at the shots right in front of you, you can actually tell, if you have a look at the highlights, you see that the Mavic 4 Pro actually does a bit better than the Mini 5 Pro. And for that, 1 point goes to the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, the next point we're going to be discussing is dynamic range. The Mavic 4 Pro has 3 lenses. The first one is a 28mm with a 15.7 stop, while the 70mm has 14 stops of dynamic range, and the last lens is a 168mm with a 13 stop of dynamic range, whilst the Mini 5 Pro has just a 24mm 14 stops of dynamic range. So another point goes for the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, the next point we're going to be speaking about is color profiles. The Mavic 4 Pro shoots normal, D-Log-M, D-Log, and HLG, whilst the Mini 5 Pro shoots normal, D-Log-M, and HLG. Now, if you're someone who uses your drone a lot, especially for post-production, then you realize that D-Log does a better job for color grading compared to D-Log-M. I mean, this is arguable. Some people say that the D-Log-M does a better job compared to the D-Log, but from practice, I've seen that using the D-Log profile is actually better for color grading compared to the D-Log-M. And for that, because the Mavic 4 Pro has a D-Log profile, but the Mini 5 Pro doesn't, 1 point goes for the Mavic 4 Pro. The next point we're looking at now is resolution and frame rates. The Mavic 4 Pro shoots 6K at 60 frames per second, 4K at 120 frames per second with a slight crop, whilst the Mini 5 Pro shoots 4K at 120 frames per second. So you have more leverage on the Mavic 4 Pro for cropping if your system can actually handle it. I mean, if you're going to be shooting 6K, that's a massive amount of data. If your system can handle it, fine. If you can't, well, it's up to you. Then again, we have another point going for the Mavic 4 Pro. The next point we'll be speaking about is lens size. The Mavic 4 Pro obviously has 3 lenses. You have the 28mm, the 70mm, and the 168mm, whilst the Mini 5 Pro only has a 24mm and a 2x zoom. Now, even the 2x zoom is a digital crop. So obviously, another point goes for the Mavic 4 Pro. The next point we're going to be looking at is vertical shooting. Obviously, in the times in which we live in, a lot of people are shooting vertically, so it's always good if you're going to pick up a drone to see if it can give you that vertical shoot. Now, both drones actually shoot landscape and vertical, but on the Mavic 4 Pro, the downward tilt is actually poor, whilst the Mini 5 Pro goes all the way down. Now, the upward tilt for the Mavic 4 Pro, it tilts up to 70 degrees, whilst the Mini 5 Pro tilts 55 degrees. So this is kind of dicey in that for the upward tilt, the Mavic 4 Pro does better, whilst for the downward tilt, the Mini 5 Pro does better. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to award 1 point each for one for the Mavic 4 Pro and 1 for the Mini 5 Pro. The next point we're going to be looking at is internal storage. Now, the internal storage for the Mavic 4 Pro is 512 gigabytes. That's if you're getting the Creator combo. If you're getting the Fly More combo, is way less. Whilst the internal storage for the Mini 5 Pro by default is 48 gigs. So obviously, the point goes for the Mavic 4 Pro. The next point we're going to be looking at is flight time. Obviously, DJI will tell you this is the claimed amount of flight time you get, but in real life use, most times you get a different figure. But I've actually tested both out, so let me give you the figures for both. The Mavic 4 Pro claims 51 minutes, but in real time you actually get about 35 to 40 minutes, whilst the Mini 5 Pro claims 36 minutes, but for real time you actually get roughly about like say 26 minutes. So if you're thinking of timing, you can tell already that the Mavic 4 Pro gives you more timing. And for that, once again, the Mavic 4 Pro gets a point above the Mini 5 Pro. Another point we're going to be taking into consideration is connectivity. Now, this is a very, very major difference between the Mavic 4 Pro and the Mini 5 Pro. Now, on the RC Pro 2, you have a full-size HDMI connector underneath the controller. And this gives you a plethora of advantages. Take, for example, say you're shooting a short film or a feature film, or you're at a concert, or you're at a church, or you're at an event, and you have a director who says he wants to see your shots as you are flying it. It's very possible with the RC Pro 2 controller. All you need to do is just connect, maybe like a Pyro H, for example, and they have the receiver so they can see exactly what you are seeing as you shoot. That isn't possible with the Mini 5 Pro. With the Mini 5 Pro, all you have is a USB-C slot to charge, and that's basically all. So that gives the Mavic 4 Pro a huge advantage over the Mini 5 Pro, and for that, the Mavic 4 Pro gets 1 point. Now, the last factor we're going to be considering is pricing. For me, I think this is actually very pivotal to you upgrading your drone. Now, for the Mavic 4 Pro, you have 2 options. You have the Creator combo, which goes for $5,000, and what you get is 512 gigabytes of internal storage, and you can shoot in all eye. While the Fly More combo, you get to pay $4,200. You get only 64 gigabytes of internal storage, and obviously you cannot shoot in all eye, but you have the other options. Now, for the Mini 5 Pro, it goes for about $1,450, and that's for the Fly More combo plus, whilst the just Fly More combo goes for $1,400. So in terms of pricing, you can also tell that the Mavic 4 Pro is way expensive. So the question you'll be asking yourself is, who do we give the pump? But what do you guys think? What do you think? Who do you think we should give Okay, so obviously my sister is of the opinion that the Mavic 4 Pro should carry the point because of what it can do compared to the Mini 5 Pro. Then again, I don't know, I hear you, but I also think it's a bit dicey because somebody may be looking at, okay, look, this is a bit too expensive for me. I'd rather want to go with this that is a bit affordable. Then lastly, I think, I didn't add this to the set of points, but I think lastly, what you should be thinking of is what you want to use the drone for. It makes sense if you're getting a drone that fits your needs. Don't buy a drone purely because it's a rave of the moment and that's what everybody's using. It might not be financially practicable for you to get one. Get a drone that you know will serve your needs. Always remember that these guys are always going to be bringing upgrades. So I hope that with majority of the points I've given to you, it'll be easy for you now to pick a drone to go for, either the Mini 5 Pro or the Mavic 4 Pro. Now, if you're asking me which is my pick, I don't know. I own both drones. So I can tell you confidently well that both do a fantastic job, but I get to use the Mini 5 Pro more because it's very easy for me to just drop in my bag. But when I need, when I'm working for a major client, they do not want to see my Mini 5 Pro drone. What they want to see is the Mavic 4 Pro. And not just because it's trendy, but because of what it can do. Each drone has its advantages and disadvantages. Obviously, the Mavic 4 Pro wins, but then, like I said at the beginning, don't pick a drone because of the points, but look at everything and have a concisive decision on which one you want to go for. And if you guys need to get yourself a drone, maybe you're in this side of Africa, I'd recommend you guys get your drones from Camera Joint. They have like the best prices. They are one shop you can take your gear to if there's an issue. They might even replace it for you. They have fantastic customer service. And with that being said, I think we've come to the end of this review of the Mini 5 Pro drone. If you guys have any questions, please drop it in the comment section. Do not forget to give me that 3-piece special. Give me that like, share, and please subscribe if you haven't. And I'm going to see you guys on the next one, right? Ciao.